Hello and welcome to Art Abandonment Adventures. Today is an art creation day. I will be working on the collection The Joy of Abandonment Series number 1, Fairy Garden. This is video number 2 of the Fairy Garden series. In this video, I will be upcycling the fairies and gnomes and creating the assemblage art pieces. Step number 1, paint the figurines. In this series, I use metallic paint to completely cover each one of the figurines. I chose not to add any customization other than the metallic because the emphasis was on the garden portion and not the actual fairy or gnome. I did have to use 2 coats of the metallic paint on each one of the figurines because I wasn't doing any customization, and that guaranteed that there would be no white showing. So after the pieces completely dried, I moved on to step number 2, which was signing the pieces. I did 2 different types of signing the pieces. One was just signing the bottom of the containers with TSart and the abandonment year, which was 2019. But I also found these little signs that were on sticks, and I signed my name and dated those, and I used that in some of the other containers. After the paint completely dried, I then moved on to step number 3, which was clear coat. When it came to clear coating the individual components, I did use a spreadable clear, and in that clear I had put some sequins and glitter to add a little sparkle to the finished piece. Since whoever finds the pieces might use them as outdoor decorations, make sure you use a water-soluble clear and clear every piece of the component. So clear the containers, the figures, and the rocks. all the components and letting them dry completely, you then will move on to step number 4, which is designing the piece. There are 2 very important parts when it comes to creating assemblage art. The first is coming up with the idea and picking the components that you'll be using to create your piece. Then it comes to the design of the piece, and this is where you take those individual components that you've upcycled and you work them into the finished assembled art pieces. And you'll notice I might put a particular figure or rock in, take that out and redo it because that's not the way I want it to look. So the design process is very important, and I'm doing multiple pieces, I will design all of them before I actually assemble the pieces. Once I have designed all the pieces, then I go to step number 5, which is assembling the art pieces. The first part, you're going to deconstruct your art piece. Then I use E6000 glue because I found it to be more reliable than most glues that I use. And I'm going to glue the pieces back together that I had laid out in the design process. So after all of the pieces are assembled, I let the glue completely dry, and then the pieces are ready to be abandoned. I love hearing back from people who have found a piece of my art, and if you are one of those people that found a piece, you can let me know where you found it or any special story. You can send that information to the email address on the business card. You can leave a comment down below, or you can send a message to the Facebook Art Abandonment group. If you have liked what you've seen, push the like button, leave a comment, and follow. And as always, happy abandoning.